Hello, I'm Gary Beach, Publisher Emeritus for CIO Magazine, and a member of the advisory board for the Enterprise CIO Forum. Joining me today is Mike Wolfe, Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer for AMD. Mike is also the recipient of the Enterprise CIO Forum's inaugural Transformational CIO Award. Welcome, Mike, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much.
Let's just get right into it. I searched this morning on my favorite search engine, which will remain nameless, the term IT transformation, and got 118 million hits. You've been doing this for 30 years, whether it's at Freescale or Motorola or HP and now at AMD. What does IT transformation mean to you?
I think it is a slippery term a bit. I think it depends a little bit on the maturity of the IT organization. I also think it depends on the business strategy of the business that they serve. For me, it's about doing things radically differently for AMD. We've got to become, instead of a purveyor of technology, we've got to be not only a partner, we've actually got to drive innovation. We've got to drive the business forward, and I think IT is uniquely positioned to do that.
Is transformation more of a top-line kind of thing? What role does transformation play, let's say, in making IT more efficient and lowering costs?
Yes, absolutely. That's a huge piece. We've got to, today we spend about 70% of my headcount, my team, just keeping the lights on. And that's not acceptable. If you think about it from a CEO's perspective, that's 30 cents on the dollar they get back for their investment, not a great investment. So what we're doing is we're transforming the environment. We're getting leaner, we're getting simpler, we're getting applications that simply don't fail as often. We're moving to self-service applications so I don't have to have a monstrous help desk. All of these things do really two things. They make me more nimble, they get me to where I can put more of my existing headcount on innovation projects, and really the last thing that they do is they make the users happier. Self-service applications that just run make people happier.
The customer satisfaction aspect.
Absolutely.
What do you see as the big challenges on the road to IT transformation?
Yeah, I think there are a couple. I think people underestimate the weight of legacy. I was able to do a startup one time, and I got to do it as a greenfield. And I went from literally installing an SAP license to paying my own bills through SAP in 90 days. Now, you can't do that in an existing environment. There are too many interfaces to unravel, too much data to migrate, too many people to convince that they're going to do their process in a different way. And so I think it's both. I think that the legacy keeps you mired in running the business and how you used to do things. I also think it's difficult to get people to think about what we used to call blank sheet of paper innovation. In other words, not incremental, not the way we've always done it plus a little bit, but radically different. Could it look completely different than it has in the past? And that's very difficult for people to do.
Absolutely, particularly from the human nature side.
Yeah.
Mike, one of the things I've seen in the years I've been in this business, in studies and conversations with CIO leaders like yourself, is that they're all very good communicators. How do you, Mike Wolfe, communicate the vision of IT transformation at AMD?
You have to get to the place where a very complex topic can be stated very simply and can be stated in a way that it applies to everyone in the company. For our business leaders, it has to be, how does this impact their business? They don't care about the technology, frankly. They just want to know how it's moving their bottom line forward, how we get more sales, more profitability, less cost. For the employees, it's about, I'm going to show up to work tomorrow. What do I do differently than I did today? And most of all, I've learned it's about repetition. People don't get it the first time. In fact, they don't get it the fifth time usually. And so you have to be very consistent at repeating the message over and over again until it becomes part of people's daily DNA.
Well, I have to just follow up once on that. Not the first time, not the fifth time. What time do they get it in the Mike Wolfe scenario?
We call it the rule of 7, actually.
Okay.
We say it takes 7 times for people to start to believe it.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Mike Wolfe, Senior Vice President and Chief Information Officer for AMD, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Gary.